already
Oh,
started it.
Yeah.
We'll get back to my man. He's a friend of the show, so he's at home. He'll be fine.
okay. As long as we on good terms, because like you said, we don't need no more East Coast, West Coast like black on black beef here.
No, we
you
don't
know
know
what I mean?
beef. Black History Month, man.
Yo.
We gotta be on them Wakanda vibes this month, man.
I gotta say though, I admire the fact that you took that straight to a coast war.
Oh,
You're like, yo, they're delaying talking to you on a radio show. It's beef with the West Coast. Like, I admire the fact that you just went straight there. I like that.
That's really funny.
some old school Biggie Tupac.
So we're actually gonna get back into this. Jay has actually set us up. So you're talking about how your early influences were people like Big L, Pun. I mean, those guys are spitters, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you also had big influences from people on the West Coast, Snoop and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
So describe your journey in hip hop, because I know you've also dabbled in like singing too, right?
Yeah. So like it originally started out of a guy's basement, and
Is it Jay's basement?
no, it's not Jay.
Okay,
Jay didn't even have a basement.
Just checking, bro. Just checking.
Oh man, Jay, you hear that? Sam just called you out. He said he ain't got a basement.
But on the real though, what happened is I was listening to music, like my homie, he would always bump it out of his window. He had like these big subwoofers, right? And I remember like I dreamt of that. I was like, man, I want to do what those guys do. So I remember hooking up with the homie, and he had a little studio right in his basement living room.
How old were you then?
Oh man, I was about like 12 years old, maybe 14.
Damn, son. Okay.
And I remember I wrote one verse, and I was trying to get it on their song.
Wait. Were you listening to a known beat, or was it just a random beat when you wrote this verse?
It was just a random beat.
Okay, all right, yeah.
The dude had it on his phone or on his computer, and he says, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to introduce you. And I was formerly known as Blood Diamond.
Hey.
Because
Okay.
my background is from Sierra Leone, right?
Oh, I hear you.
So he called me Blood Diamond.
Okay.
So at the time, they were going to they're called Vancouver Island Productions, and they was going to introduce me as Blood Diamond, their new artist.
Man, at 12, man, I'm walking the other way of the street. I hear Blood Diamond is coming, and you're 12 years old. I'm still running, bro.
Yeah, right? The rebels are coming into the village.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. All right, so at 12, first beat, and we're going to introduce you as Blood Diamond. Okay, what changed?
And then what changed is, no disrespect to those guys, but they never continued to follow through with me. I always wanted to pursue that. I always wanted to continue writing, get my songs like recorded and out there, but they weren't holding up their end. So I had to humbly walk the other way and continue to find people that would work with me, or, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I ended up doing it all myself.
I mean, half the time is how you have to do it, right? So, I mean, clearly these were some of the influences other than the homies that you met. Was anybody in the house or other homies who were like into hip hop, or was it just, was this one of those things you grew up around?
I have one homie, and rest in peace to him. His name is John Hunt, and that's the dude I was talking about. I used to live up in Port Hardy on a reserve, right? And this guy had all the classics, and another man, Parker Humpshit. Like you could go around the whole reserve, and there would be nothing but classic West Coast hip hop.
That's dope. Hey, man, hip hop is everywhere, man.
Like the Chronic 2001. You've got like Eminem, Curtain Call, the Eminem Show. Like that's a little bit more new, but I'm talking even before that. Like you got Eazy-E.
Hey.
They were straight Easy. You know that G-Funk?
Yep.
Yeah, like that's what they loved. And when I heard the way that these guys like Dre, Ice Cube, MC Ren, Dub C, all these guys, like they rode the beat.
That low bass, bro. Yeah, man.
And I was like, man, like how I was like, I want to sound like that. And not to bring it up in this way, but exactly that is like my song, We the Best, where I mentioned that, like, we the best, we the West. Like, the sound and the vibe of that is very strictly West Coast, as well as, like, I think the song is Who Want It Next. It's similar thing. It's very G-Funk, high-pitched, like, 6'4" Impala, like, coming down your street.
Man, that's the stuff you grew up on, so I'm not really surprised where the influence is coming from, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have a person on the phone again for Samson. Paul is on the line. Paul, you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
There we go. He has a question for Samson.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, hi Sam, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I just have a question. What's the toughest thing about being a rap singer?
A rap singer. So the rap singer thing happened about, I'd say about grade 10, grade 11. And I was
Okay.
going through high school, and I remember I was listening to upcomers like Drake. Um, there was a few other artists. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but they had like that R&B sound,
Okay.
and I loved the way that they were able to sing. So I joined up in choir.
Yeah, can I tell you one classic group since you're talking about the '90s who were doing this? I actually mentioned this recently. It's Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Thank you.
Before Dre came by, it was people still doing harmonies and rap. So
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, and I remember being in choir, and they were talking about how my choir teacher would say, like you can use your diaphragm, you can sing higher notes, lower notes, you can harmonize. All this stuff was news to my ear.
Yeah. Same as blues, just different beats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, good. All right. Well, thanks for your question.
Well, thank you very much, Paul.
Yes.
thanks for calling, Paul.
Amazing.
Okay, so is this a complete switch up? I mean, it sounds like you basically made a shift from a kind of hardcore West Coast rap to rap singing. Is that it?
There was a period in there where that's exactly what was going on, and I mean there was also a period in there where it was about at the same time I transferred into the trap genre.
Yeah.
Like I linked up, like I was following the Migos, I was following Juicy J, Gucci Man, Waka Flocka, all these guys, because at the time, and no disrespect to the new guys that are doing it, but they was doing it talentedly.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
with talent, like,
Pen game always mattered.
well, yeah, and they had like a full squad of people that were doing it. Like with Gucci Man, you had Brick Squad Monopoly. So you had an entire group of guys dedicated.
But my favorite trap rapper right now is Gucci, man.
Gucci man.
Gucci?
Hey.
Nice.
Gucci.
Nice.
Burr,
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. Okay, so trap. So you've done like pretty much sounds like you've dabbled in all these different subgenres of hip hop. Where
Yeah.
do you feel the most comfortable now, you as an artist?
Me as an artist right now, I feel the most comfortable I'd say in like the West Coast, like old school hip hop genre.
Okay.
Because
So you're taking it all the way back then to where you started.
exactly. And with that, I don't have to embellish a life that I used to live. Because when I talk about that trap scene, I got to go back to my old memories about how I was selling dope out of a house and I was always looking over my shoulder for police and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like that's all good, but I've heard from my fans that when they hear a deeper message, like when I'm talking about my little sisters when I was raised up and talking about my family that passed away,
Yeah.
it hits them like right in the heart and the soul.
Yeah, because you're talking
Right.
about stuff, stuff that you can feel, and two, stuff that,
More relatable.
people can connect to, right? Yeah, exactly. Relatable.
Well,
Look at that man
Samson,
being
Samson's
eloquent.
mother's on the phone now. So,
Oh!
hey,
Oh,
Samson,
man.
you got all the callers today.
Oh,
Yeah. Hello, Samson's
Hi.
mother. There you go.
Hello,
There you
Mom.
go.
Hi, Mom.
Mom.
Well, thank you for calling the URP. This is Bangs.
Hi, I just wanted to call and tell my boy I'm proud of him and he's doing a great job.
I love you, moms.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Well, you know what? We're having fun with him on the show. We're going to make sure we take care of him.
Send him
And
home on
That's
time.
good.
If he's not home by 12:30, it's not us. So I just want to let you know.
I already know what her name is.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, man.
oh,
Bro, you're in trouble. I better rub this interview up.
yeah. Hold up.
I just want to call and say I love you, my boy. I'm so proud of you. Good job, and we couldn't have a better son.
I love you so much, Mom, and thank you for all the support from day one. You've been there watching me at my first show, and I thank you so much for that.
Absolutely, my boy. And I'll be there for everyone.
I love you, Mom.
I
Oh,
love
man.
you too, my boy. You have a good night. And to everybody out there, listen to my boy. He's got some great messages.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. We can't wait to share his music with the rest of our listeners. So thank you for calling. We really appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Okay, I love you, Sam.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Moms is calling. Yeah, and we got the song "Moms" up next. You want to give it a little intro?
Oh,
All right.
man. Shout
So-
out to Moms
That's
for
perfect.
doing the plug here.
So,
Yeah, there we go.
Best segue. That's
Perfect
amazing.
timing.
Okay.
That's amazing.
you know, this song is like my birth mom. She had passed away when I was born, like literally the day after.
Yeah.
So I believe that some sort of creator, God, whatever you want to call him, is looking out for me and has placed these responsible women in my path to take up the mom role in my life.
Yeah.
So when I wrote this song, Moms, like I was literally at tears because I'm writing about every single mom that's come across my path.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one mom that cooks for me down at my club, you know. I got another mom that like adopted me and brought me to this country. I got another mom that raised me up and saw me through like close friends dying. I got a mom that's like been with me through this new way of living, this like recovery path. Like the song is almost self-explanatory, you know.
That's dope. That's dope. Excited to get into it. So, this is Moms
Moms. Yeah.
by Samson.
Here we go.
Let's get into it.
100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio, Urban Renewal Project.
Yeah. Shouts to my moms. Every single one. I want to let you know the story behind my moms. What they mean to me. Let me put it in a simple way. To my moms that gave me birth, infinite love's what you're worth. From the day I came out your womb, why'd you have to leave so soon? From Africa on a plane, left my poor pops insane. Wonder how did he maintain? Came to a new place, saw adopted mom's face. Her love for another race made my heart race at a whole new pace. As I grew up, dad left you out of luck. Got the hustle friends that snuck. In poverty, we were never stuck. Then he met my stepmoms, no more eating crumbs. Was there when my heart was sore. 2 dead friends and one more. Holding on to son you love to the core. I could cry in your arms. You protected me from harms that be reaching in. Went to church to clear my sin. All my moms mean so much to me, like the ones on the road to recovery. Love a turkey bacon club, cranberry juice at the Lano Club. Can we get a moment of silence to the ones subjected by man's violence, verbal or the physical? Beating down the mental state, still they cooking up a hot plate. On the shoulder, a lot of weight. Playing this song, now I'm relaxed, cause your son's got your back. Yeah. Just know, you love moms. All your sons will love you. Got love for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like hot.
There's that.
Did you know that you can help support community radio in Vancouver by donating your old vinyl records and audio equipment? Vancouver's Vinyl Record Donation and Recycling Program is a charitable initiative that raises money for music-related nonprofits in Vancouver. Record donations are accepted year-round and sold at the Main Street Vinyl Record Fair for very reasonable prices.
Yeah,
100%
well,
of the funds
a
raised
month
for
or
the
two
fair
ago.
goes to Vancouver Co-op Radio,
Yeah.
CITR,
What's your genre?
Student
You don't
Radio,
mind?
Jazz and
Girls
hip hop.
Rock Camp,
I do a lot of live
2013,
performance these days.
the donation
Like
program
got
has
the
raised nearly
translation.
$10,000 and recycled over 35,000 vinyl records
Word.
back
I
into
made the switch, man. I've been
Some
filming
donations
music
may be
full time
eligible to
now.
receive a
Yeah.
tax-deductible
Yeah,
receipt
it's
for
been
50%
4
of the
years
retail
coming.
value. Pickup is now
So
available.
what's it?
Go to
Hey, is this-
www.vinylrecordfair.com to arrange for a
Did
donation.
you hear that?
Vancouver Co-op Radio would like to thank you for your continued support.
Word up.
Vancouver's Vinyl Record
Yeah, I think
Donation
you about to
Program
go
and
back.
Recycling Program is brought to
You got
you
the
by the
number?
Main Street Vinyl Record Fair and the Vinyl Record Storage Company of British
What is the
Columbia.
number anyway? Should I gotta make
Yes,
a comment?
100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO. You're listening to the Urban Renewal Project. I'm DJ Denise. Ooh, we got the screech and the creak.
I really should start doing that before we come back.
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to D Meek. My friend Roberta's listening in again, and she's got others listening also. So give those shout outs to where they need to be. But yes,
Wait,
Samson.
the D-Meek?
Yes. Well, no.
The one and only
This one-
D-Meek?
This one's only 17. Yeah.
The one and only D-Meek, yeah.
He was like, wait. And then so I was like, wait a minute. Oh, is there another one? Okay.
I just messed.
Yeah. No, that's no. Okay, Samson. So wow, you got a lot of callers, a lot of fans. That's what's good. You gotta.
I've been doing it locally mainly,
Nice.
and that's why, like, and I've been humble about it, giving so much love and support back to the fans that support me, because without them, I'm nothing.
Right. And that's what's good. That's how you build your base and you come up. Your people follow you.
Exactly, like think of it like a pyramid, right? If I don't have the many at the bottom that keep me up,
Right.
like I fall.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the basic math of it all, right?
or if you look at an upside down pyramid, it's like I could be crushed by all of them and what their opinions,
Right.
right?
Oh
Like,
my god! And you don't want that.
No.
And you're doing a good job. So and your music, shows that too. So congratulations! What a great song. Inspirational for your mothers. You've had so many different women in your life that help you and bring you through. And I wanted to say Happy Black History Month too as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. How has it been for you this entire February?
It's been an amazing February.
Okay.
One of the ways that I set it off, and as all y'all know, what came out this month, the movie Black Panther. Yeah. So I went out and watched that.
Nice.
Actually, it was my birthday on the 14th of February, and I think the movie came out like a week before that or something like that.
Okay.
Yo, you're a Valentine's baby?
Yeah. What?
Yes, I'm a Valentine's baby.
Man, you get to go extra hard on that. Either that or like you don't get to go hard at all because Valentine's Day is all about like your girl and crap, and you gotta be like, oh man, I'm sucking up that I don't have a birthday this year.
Well, see, I'm thinking it's supposed to be like vice versa. It's like I know I'm getting a little like I'm supposed to be getting extra attention because not only is it Valentine's Day, but it's also my birthday too, right? So
Okay.
Yeah, you get the extra love.
I admire the optimism.
mind you, though,
I would use that. That's
honesty though, I haven't had the best history in the past.
Oh, okay.
So I try to turn it around. Like I had the worst history in the past. Like I think it was 2 years ago. My ex, she went downtown clubbing on my birthday.
Oh no!
Right?
You can't do that.
So for the future's sake, now I just try to do something special for them on Valentine's Day. Take away the whole fact that it's my birthday and just say, "Hey, happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
and then throw a party the next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Whoa! Oh my god.
Man's got his priorities figured out.
That's dope. The birthday, but that's a good day to have a birthday though. Like even you got all the reasons to make people be good to you.
Oh yeah, and then like I just gotta question them. Where's my cards?
Right.
Like,
you're like, what's up? Like, where are my chocolates?
Okay,
Like,
so like on Christmas, if you get at Christmas, you kind of get robbed that sense. You know, like you either get Christmas gifts or you get your birthday gifts. Mine, it's like, okay, if you didn't give me a birthday present, at least give me a card for Valentine's Day. Like,
can't
like,
you?
Is that? And then they're not even that expensive. You can get the packs of them, right? And that stuff's like that dollar store, dude. It's like $2.50.
Facts.
14.
I was gonna say on the Christmas tip there, way back in high school, I dated a girl who was a December 27th baby, and she was just the most spoiled because she would get Christmas, and then basically her parents would wait for Boxing Day to shop for her birthday.
No.
But the thing is that they could tell based on how she responded to what she got on Christmas what she was looking for more of. And so she'd get the inside scoop and then the deals, and then basically just go ham on her birthday. So even if they screwed up Christmas, they had a second chance at it.
That is genius.
They were pretty smart. Her not so much, but that's a whole separate story.
As long as we don't name drop, then she might attack you on Facebook and be like, "Hey, so about that."
I did say earlier that I need an enemy. So
Okay, true.
Here
know
comes
what?
names. Here comes some
No,
names.
there's no names
Any publicity is good publicity,
Right.
right?
Keep it flying. But yeah, no, and Samson. Now, so who from Canada would you like to work with?
From Canada, I got 3 on the top of my head. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it the full 5. I'll say number 1. I would like to work with Drake.
Okay.
Drake,
Nice.
like I like what he did with the whole Migos and Versace.
Right.
Like that was
That's
hot,
dope.
you know.
Yeah, tight.
I'll give 1 to Mad Child.
Nice. Okay.
I'll give another 2, and this is a big shout out to Prada West.
Prada's good people, man.
Prada is really good people, man. Like I've opened for him a few times, and like he is, man. Out of all the artists, he is one of the guys that I low key stick close to. You know, Lil Windex.
What?
Yeah, Lil Windex. I don't know if y'all heard from him, but Lil Windex. He low key is doing his thing, and he's making him like a movement. And
shout out to DJ DTG real quick for creating a character at that level. That is pretty amazing.
Yeah, right. Like, and getting on to my next, and the next two. I'm sorry, guys, but you're gonna have to share a spot. Or no, screw it. Give you 6. Okay, here.
Wow.
Okay.
There's Mercules and Snack the Ripper.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now-
Team feature.
Ultimately, on that note, what I'd love to see from a Canadian artist though is do like a Drake thing or like what Lil Windex did. Like Lil Windex has an image,
Right.
you know, and much respect to Prada because he's getting a similar image in music.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, you know Prada when you see him. There's
Yeah.
no mistaking him for anybody else.
Well, exactly, and you know, the only problem with like Canada and especially BC is we may be so underground we're gonna turn into ostriches.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I mean, thank God for Drake, or people wouldn't know where Canada is.
Definitely.
You know, or Nickelback,
Yeah.
like
All that.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, but what is this? Michael Bublé, who's going to be doing his Juno thing in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Y'all are depressing the hell out of me right now.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
and
We shouting out Nickelback on the air these days. What the hell happened?
Yikes. Well, they get plays.
thank you.
Yeah, they get plays. They get
Oh
plays.
yeah, and one
And
other
they-
one, Red Shirt Mike.
There we go.
Let's make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
Go right now.
The collab down. That's dope. That's dope. So what in hip hop, like the hip hop genre, spoke to you? So you were talking about coming up, and your youngster days. You know, when did you start? You know, thinking about writing rhymes and then actually, you know, writing it down and recording everything.
It was right from that first day.
Oh, okay.
The first day I heard my voice coming back through off the beat, it was just like, I'm like, yeah, I want to own that.
What?
It's such a cool feeling the first time, eh?
Oh yeah. And like ever since then, I'm like, okay, how can I recreate this and craft it and mold it to be, and that goes back to the reason like I've been asking other guys to work with, or even, I'll be honest, I'm cheap, dude. So if I don't have to pay another guy to like to do everything for me and I can learn how to do it myself, that's how I'll do it.
That's good. That's good. That's the way you gotta do it.
Unless he's showing me some Dr. Dre stuff, like some Dre, like straight mixing, mastering to perfection, I'm a little stingy with paying for it.
Yo, that's one of the things I often get with clients that come to the studio is they're asking like, "Yo, can you show me how you're mixing this?" And I'm like, I don't really want to because I want you to keep coming back, but at the same time, like I appreciate anyone who's trying to put in that work to learn. So you got to do it.
Exactly. You got to do it yourself. You got to try different formulas, figure out. And one thing that I found at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sound like anybody else, or I'm not trying to be perfected for anybody else. What I'm trying to do is make music that I enjoy.
Right.
If I enjoy it myself, and that's where I got to watch my pride. If anybody else doesn't like it, that's not my problem. Because I can sit in my car on the way to out here and listen to my whole mixtape and enjoy it. And if somebody else does, that's a blessing.
For real. Oh my gosh. Well, we have more music. It's okay. Do you want to give a intro?
Do you got, if you don't mind,
Oh, yeah.
can I get a request of We the Best?
We the best? Okay.
Yeah.
We the best. Now, did you call it something else? Because I have Paige on the paper, Sam on Who Wanted Next.
Yeah.
It's okay. Here to Stay, Breakdown, and then Two Path.
Let's do Who Want It Next?
Okay, Who Wanted Next? Okay, here we go.
That's a good one.
There we go. All right.
West Coast vibes here too.
Oh yeah. Please intro it and let us know. You know.
Okay, so Who Want It Next is, and I performed this one. There's 4 at almost every concert lately that I've been pushing directly. That's Who Want It Next, We the Best, Page in the Paper, and there was another one, Breakdown. The reason why I push Who Want It Next and We the Best is because they have a strict West Coast vibe, and Who Want It Next specifically, in the second verse kind of calls out some rappers, and in the first verse pays homage to rappers.
Okay.
So let's check it out.
All right. Here we go. Urban Renewal Project, 100.5 FM, Vancouver Walk Radio.
Sam's, same without the E. Sam is who I be. Let's go. Let me tell you. Who wanna next? Who wanna next? When I rock the mic, giving fans what they like. Say who wanna next? Who wanna next? Giving fans what they like. When I rock the mic, on the mic I'm a hard guy. Left a Snoop Dogg. All kids want is sex. Bump some DMX. Better check yourself, dude. Shouts to OG Ice Cube. There's love on my block. Heard it from Tupac. Sky's the limit. I see words of notorious B.I.G. Illmatic with my street dreams. Thanks to Nas. Then again, I'd be nowhere without Dre. And Eminem, the big Punisher. We knew you brought hell when you put it on Big L.
Big L.
Who wanted next? Who wanted next? When I rock the mic, giving fans what they like. Say, who wanted next? Who wanted next? Giving fans what they like when I rock the mic. Right up the obituary, killing verses arbitrary, songs become legendary. Cooking up a track like it's culinary. How we go from ASAP rocking down to Lil Yachty, put John Cena in the arena with Hobson. Watch the boxing, stay square boxed in. Knock all this out the spot, I'm ill. If I meet Bill to the Lord I pray. Thank God for Lecrae. I'd give up on the States if not for Kevin Gates. Word. Who wanted next? Who wanted next? When I rock the mic, giving fans what they like. Say, who wanted next? Who wanted next? Giving fans what they like when I rock the mic. Who wanted next? Who wanted next? When I rock the mic, give fans what they like. Who wanted next? Who wanted next? Who wanted next?
Nice.
Les Rendezvous de la Francophonie is an annual celebration that promotes the French language, heritage, and its numerous cultural expressions. Its 20th edition runs March 1st to 21st, 2018 in all communities across Canada. The Canadian Foundation for Cross-Cultural Dialogue, in partnership with the National Campus and Community Radio Association, present Les Rendezvous de la Francophonie Marathon. To help celebrate Les Rendezvous de la Francophonie, 20 campus and community radio stations from across Canada produce all-day marathon on March 20th, highlighting the RVF events, the importance of bilingualism, francophone history, and culture in Canada. For more information, check out
So much respect, bro. I got you.
I'm hella versatile, my indigenous girl lifestyle. You check my Insta profile, too quick to reconcile without the truth or impact you. You tell the lies of the voting booths will make it smooth. Elders and POCs do all the work, make moves.
Just anything to ask you. If you got any questions, whatever.
What is secret? Internalized self-hatred, culture lost. Nothing to show, they try to be a bro. Be careful and let them know we are here.
Just say, hey, I'm calling Chris Samson. I know him. Yeah, they'll walk you through the rest. Okay, goodbye.
But we still here, we still here, we still here. Missing brother, missing mother, missing daughters. Say it again, no clean water, but we still here, we still here. The message is clear, they wanted us to disappear, but we still here. The message is clear, they wanted us to disappear, but we still here, we still here. They call me on my celly to heal my words and my verbs, my words into action. I'm the girl that makes it happen, shutting down the streets. I compete, I defeat with just one tweet. No need for press release. I never complicate, middle fingers up, but I come for peace. Why is the secret? Yeah, I'm cheated. Why need us hit it? Still need a kids be taken, still treaties are forsaken, still stupid, not educated. This is stolen man, the time is now. We demand your occupation is out of hand. United we stand, kill the master, save the people, kill the ego, no sequel. No one is illegal, power to the people. Together we are better. Talking single pass the feather. Talking single pass the feather. Stolen locations, abusive relations, 150 celebrations, common section hating, debating, truth and reconciliation dating, dividing and shading, but we still here, we still here, we still here. Missing brother, missing mother, missing daughters. Say it again, no clean water, but we still here, we still here. The message is clear, they wanted us to disappear, but we still here. The message is clear, they wanted us to disappear, but we still here, still here. But we still here. They try to ban up hot legends, but we still here. Smallpox and tears, but we still here. We still here.
You already know what time it is.
About to get this shit poppin'.
Y'all know my move.
Turn the fuck up.
This one is? No.
Everything we
Let's
do
pause
is
the song
black.
down.
What's up? What's up?
Black bossy, I'm saucy. I real like karate. Fuck boys act hard, only on the molly. Shotties rip through bodies and leave you in the lobby. This game is kamikaze. My cat ain't got no safety. Bustin' at my matey. Pussies never face me. Real niggas, they raise me. Grind hard and don't be lazy. We bag it, then they pay me. Pray the Lord that he saved me. Got a problem, you should page me. Or get up out my face.
Trending topic, we on some high shit, straight off the block, bitch. Watch this, I'm about my profit, y'all hating, stop this.
Them blacksmiths.
Cleaning up your block, they got them sticks. Your baby mommy give me long neck, she like an ostrich.
Soft lips.
Damn, it feels so good, love on my sausage, no gossip. I pull up on her and then I'm off, this too content. She cannot believe she say I'm dog shit. When it's time to go, you know what color I be sauced in. Black on black,
Black on black,
black on black.
black on black,
Check the strap, the sign and match. Black on black, black on black, black on black, black on black. I'm off that yak in the trap, flip a stack.
I'm in the trap.
Black on black,
black on black,
black on black.
black on black,
Check the strap, the sign and match. Black on black, black on black,
black on black,
black on black. I'm off the yak in the trap, all stack. Honey berries for the kush, I'm drinking Grand Cru. Shadow for the devil, put you on your ass full. Making millions on my mental, you know cash rules. Playing with my paper, I'ma lose my cash rules. I got that juice in me, your cars ain't fooling me. Your jewelry gon' be the reason why they read your eulogy.
Can't school the G.
Zoning on the strip, I'm playing 2 and 3s, and usually I'll be in all black for the cornery.
24 hours, put in work, you niggas bitch, go wear skirt. All that mouth gon' get you hurt. Hoes all up in your shirt. I'm just on my dialogue. Homie got back, ain't tap my phone. If it ain't money, I don't wanna know. Want it fast, I don't want it slow. Holla at me, I got the soul. If you don't know, then now you know. Play the keys like a xylophone. If I do time, I'ma cry alone. I'm in Amsterdam, going in, fresh tuna out the can. Reminiscing when I used to blam blam on the grand dam.
Black on black,
Black on black,
black on black.
black on black,
Check the strap, the sign and match. Black on black, black on black,
black on black,
black on black.
black on black,
I'm off that yak in the trap, flip a stack.
I'm in the trap.
Black on black,
black on black,
black on black.
black on black.
Check the strap, the sign and match. Black on black, black
drum to this thing.
You drummer too?
Word. Sound Ninja. Sound Ninja, Sound Samurai. Balance the energies.
So, like, are you on SoundCloud or?
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you my website. That's soundchimes.com. I'll give you guys this one. I just started, well, you know, every year we keep building.
Yeah.
This year it's like I'm getting paid for my work and it's like more professional. Still need to update my content online, but really keep it. Yeah, I DJ as well. I'm a little bit off the grid as far as hip hop goes. Musical hip hop, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Y'all talking, I'm like, okay, I know those names, but I'm totally out of it.
No, like when I hear people talking about like Cardi B and stuff like that, I'm like,
yeah.
Like even like the new guys like Migos have gone so far away from what they used to be about. But I can't even listen to it.
I'd love to listen to what they used to because oftentimes the original when they started, that's the good stuff.
That's the good, like.
But that's just it, right? Who knows? Maybe one day you blow up now. So who knows? I don't know.
Who knows where we go, right?
Maybe it might be the same thing. I don't know. I hope not.
I pray not.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
I did some Ray Charles.
It's a lot of this new young stuff that I just like. Yeah. Okay. Like, you told me. Oh, what's that? She was bumping Rolling. The song called Rolling, Rolling, Rolling. Yeah. The fact that
they're kids, they're like the same age as you.
How old are you?
18.
18. Nice.
Like when they talking about like yo rolling with the Dabba Ranch, I'm like, okay. You remember when Jaden Smith was making music?
Yeah. That sort of thing.
Like Karate Kid stuff. You know, that's what I see. You know, like rolling with the Dabba Ranch. Jaden Smith.
I think one of the isn't she like in some sort of heavy metal group or something?
The daughter?
Yeah.
I think so.
I heard something about that.
Which one's your daughter? Jaden
Willow.
Willow.
Oh yeah.
She has another son, you know?
She's in football or something, isn't she?
Yeah, she's not in
Black Sheep?
Yeah, no one knows whatever.
You know, like Eddie's all great and whatnot. You know, I miss Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy was hilarious. Dude. Like, we used to work with Dave Chappelle.
Charlie. He's the singer guy, right?
I don't know.
I'm bad for names. I know sound.
He's a comedian.
Kevin Hart.
No. Charlie Murphy went to places.
It's like YouTube. No,
yeah.
There.
Charlie Murphy went on levels that Kevin Hart won't touch. Like
Charlie Murphy, okay.
Yeah, Charlie Murphy.
You trying to talk about Kevin Hart? Okay.
Kevin Hart's got like a soft. Well, you remember Dave Chappelle?
Mm-hmm.
Dave and Charlie Murphy were like tight.
Like they do shows together?
Yeah, like almost all their skits were together.
Nice. Okay.
And then Charlie died, I think, like 2 years ago or something. Like that.
Is that why Chappelle stopped? Or
no, Chappelle stopped because he went into like a psychosis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was this whole thing where he thought people were trying to take over the show, which in a way they were. And they were like, okay, here, we'll give you this amount of money, but now you can't make these jokes anymore.
Alright.
I mean, there's this really good, I don't know if it's like a documentary about it on Netflix, about Dave Chappelle. I check it out, because he talked about that. He says he saw all these guys like Mind Mencia, all these other like comedians and whatnot, and they were trying to do what he was doing. But for example, like do you remember? I'm gonna say like the nigger skit. From Dave Chappelle?
He says he does a lot of skits like that.
So it's this whole white family.
Okay.
And they're called the niggers.
Okay.
And the whole scene is about being like, oh yeah, she's growing up with this boy. Oh yeah, who is it? Oh, it's the niggers boy. And they're like, what? No, not the niggers boy. Like, see, that's the dark humor that Kevin Hart, Mencia, all these guys, they will not touch.
They don't touch that. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's like the things no one will say, and you be like, "Oh my god, you just said that." No, but that makes it funny.
Like there's this whole skit. What was his name? Clayton Bigsby, and he was like, he was raised up with like white people, and he was blonde, so he didn't realize that he was black.
Is this in real life? He's black?
No, this is like in the skit.
Oh, this okay.
In the skit, he's black, but he's blind, and he was raised up with white people.
Yeah.
So he hangs out with like a bunch of clan members. Anyways, long story short, they basically teach him to be a clan member, and they put a hood on him, so he doesn't know this from birth. And then there's like a scene where a bunch of white people in town are like, "Oh man, get that black person out," and Eddie's like, Dave Chappelle's like, "What? There's a black person here? Get out of my way from me! I want to say no black."
And they kick him out.
And like, and this guy comes in and like, "Shh, man, he thinks he's black, or he thinks he's white." I'm like, oh. And he's like, "Man, I'm so down with white power. Watch this. I'm about to reveal my face." And he takes off his hood, and it turns out he's black, and he's around a bunch of white supremacists. And like everybody's just like, see, that's the humor that like nobody touches on.
Yeah.
It's 2018. Everybody needs a safe space. So.
Yeah. You know, that's okay. I almost feel like there's also the other side where a lot of people I feel are just getting weak, relying on other people to do everything for them. I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
Do something, man. Have an opinion, man. You know, but be respectful at the same time. Have the spirit. You may not have the mind. You may not have the right vocabulary. But have the right spirit. That's what, like, someone can come up to me and use the N-word. I don't even use it. Why? Because it's just me, though, right? But I would take someone calling me stupid more offensive than someone saying nigga to me.
Yeah.
You know, I go by meaning. Because I went through an English degree back in the University of Alberta, right? And then people about more things and, you know, the meaning of words, where does the root come from, all these things, you know? And then I go on the whole religious side. I'm spiritual these days, not really religious, but I go on the religious side and we're talking about logos, we're talking about word, the meaning, the power of that word. You say something, it brews something in someone's mind. That's powerful, right? So you can get up and speak, or I love to use music. I say words in music, I like to really create instrumentals because feeling is way pure than just words. I can play the C note, and the C note will be the same C note for everybody, even though they interpret it differently. You'll always hear that same C note. But if I say good, maybe something so different for everyone. But hey, sometimes maybe I want to use words, screw it up a little bit so that, and that's the artistic thing. When I write with layers, man. People who want to hear flow, they're going to hear flow. They want to hear the beat, they're going to hear the beat. They want to hear deep meaning. The same words. They hear the deep meaning. But even that deep meaning has like 5 different meanings. I love stuff like that.
You know, I'm glad I got your card.
Oh yeah, man. Well, definitely connecting me. Yeah.
Cause you make beats too.
I'm a sound mix. I do it all. Yeah. For film, for live music, for producing. Yeah. Mixing. I want to learn from some more, but I've been learning how to master recently. But yeah.
All right.
I dedicate all my time to it, man.
Especially on the mixing and mastering side.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten to talk to you, so I kind of got a feel for you. Right? Like, there's some guys that'll message me, and I don't know them from a hole in the wall, and I honestly don't feel comfortable. Like,
you gotta
be my product, and being like, okay, take this and do something with it, you know, throw your spin on it, and I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, if it sounds good to me, I'll throw it on. And like, I was working with these guys, and it was a little bit after like when I moved to Vancouver, and they were doing some work with me for a bit, but they were so controlling with the music. So they were like, okay, well, it has to sound like this. It has to be like that. It has to be like that.
So it's no more yours.
Yeah, and we weren't able to pump out any product because it was.
I see what you're saying. Perfectionist or just trying so hard to be on this one path.
Yeah.
But that's not art. That's science, maybe. I think that's science.
Yeah, that's more scientific.
Scientific,
It's
yeah.
like you work with formulas until you get it right. And if you find out, and I think through that, like, art and science kind of mixes in a way.
Yeah.
Without realizing it. Because when they find something that wasn't intended, something else comes out of the mix.
Right.
And then they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we were meaning to make.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but time and place for everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I respect those guys that do it that way. It's just not my way.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like one of my biggest songs, he made the beat for it, but he didn't record it. I recorded it on my own.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He just sent me the beat. I said, okay. So once you send me the beat, you're done with it. Hey, he said, yeah. I'm making sure that we're on that term, because once I get the beat and I rap over it and record and everything, that's how it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whereabouts you from?
I was born in Nigeria.
You was born in Nigeria?
Yeah. Yeah, born in Nigeria, lived in Southeast Asia for 5 years, and then came out here.
Yeah.
About 16, 17 years now.
So, I know you said that you were somewhat spiritual and somewhat religious. Were you Muslim before?
No, Christian.
Christian? Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually just playing drums at a little young gathering, a church gathering.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a friend of mine. He saw me while I was street performing. I love to be out there, man. Like, people would come in and see me and grab my car. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And even after I pack up, I go just watch me come back. 20 minutes after I'm going down the train, somebody takes the time to stop, turn around, like, yo, man, you're great. Great. That's a great word. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, sweet. I guess I'm having some influence. That makes me feel all right. So I try and keep myself, like, you know, part of my job description is I got to feel good. And not just feel good, I got to be good. Man, like, what better job is there?
Yeah.
You know? Even in film. That's why I love film. You got to be on point. You got to be happy. You got to be positive, or else you're partially not doing your job because you're going to screw up the actor.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, translating that over, it's like, I gotta be good at music, and I gotta enjoy doing it. Because if I don't, I'm gonna screw up the listener.
That's right.
The guy that's listening to it, like, if I'm deliberately having a message, he gonna purposely, like, be mad that, like, I'm just writing about random stuff that has no relevancy. He gonna be choked.
That's right. Jazz, indie rock, reggae, blues, and folk. We broadcast in a dozen different languages.
Yeah, even right
have
now.
More First Nations programs than any other radio station in Vancouver. Find your show on Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO 100.5 FM. All different, all the time.
Did you hear a beat that I just made?
Yeah.
Maybe I get to explain it.
Yes, 100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO. You're listening to the Urban Renewal Project.
Yeah. We back, Vancouver.
We are back. And we have Missy D calling us.
Hey.
There we got you. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to call us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for supporting music in Vancouver as always. Much love to all of another.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, we're really excited about all the new work that you got going for 2018. This is really exciting, Missy D. You're bringing Vancouver some, special acknowledgement here.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, I don't think I'm alone in this. The whole village, like, it really does take a village. Whether I'm like in motherland or in Vancouver, like, it takes a village. There's a lot of people behind me, with me, and I'm gonna bring them along all the way. So.
For real.
That is amazing. So, just looking back, I mean, I think Digital Denise has said this earlier. It's been a great couple of years, even more than that. I mean, we've been seeing you work in the city. But, you just released another EP, and they're also doing tons of shows right now. What is next? Are you focusing on the live performances? Are you back in the studio? Give us the tea.
Right now, for sure. I laid low a little bit in terms of performing in the last, I want to say 2, 3 months.
Yeah.
A few open mics here and there, but I was trying to write as much as possible and also sort of scheming away, getting all these different shows in plan and confirmed, and just hustling is what I call it.
Yeah. Okay. We can respect the grind.
It should work. It's sort of happening all at once. A lot of change, like change comes really quickly. Is what I've learned over the years. So March is gonna be busy. A lot of shows from show that I'm doing called Hip Hop in Colors. Shows I'm doing in between with Tim, maybe the First Lady, and I think a lot more shows. Maybe an EP that's gonna come soon, but I can't say much to it. I'm just conceptualizing it a little bit now.
Okay, so is this a Lady Jams EP or is this a Missy D EP?
So this would be a Missy D EP first.
Oh, okay, and I'm excited about that. Okay, all right.
Yesterday I was actually I'm right now Sado, my bandmate, is actually sleeping over at my house. We were on the SkyTrain together, coming from a show we went to. We've been writing as well as Lady Jam, kind of using our style or sound as we sort of the evolution of Lady Jam.
Okay.
A lot of music is gonna come out probably at the end of 2018.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So, I mean, obviously, we expect you to be making music with Lady Jams, and are there going to be other tracks that you're going to be doing with Kim Mortal? Because I feel like you guys have been killing it in the city. I mean, a lot of you have been killing it, but you and Kim, we've been seeing you making moves all over the place. So, are we expecting another feature or track or collabo maybe on Kim Mortal's album?
Oh, always. I mean, Kim is. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Kim. Like the stuff that Kim has cooking right now, like it's out of this world. Like I'm so ready for her. Like I don't think the universe is ready for her.
Okay, so I know that you only found out about this in 2 ways. I mean, you're all homies, so you probably talk about all this, or you only mention it because you're thinking about the fact that you're in the studio dropping some fire with Kim. What are you saying? Like, tell us. What are you trying to say?
we always talk. I was on the phone with Kim like I want to say a couple hours ago, just like talking side by side. So we have things in work. I think us going together to Texas is gonna bring things to but things that things are in our cool side is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Okay, so then we're gonna talk about the big moments. It's because you just talked about it. So you're going to South by Southwest, is that right? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I think right now it's not sinking in yet. I have my 9 to 5. I was at UBC. Like I go to work every day, and I'm like, wait, that's a thing. I booked off the days already, but
yeah. Okay, so how are you preparing for this moment where you're gonna be like? Is any preparation involved? Is it just about getting to that space and that zone, or you're ready to go? What are the next little while looking like for you?
I think right now we're like the past month, particularly the past few weeks, trying to get our sort of branding in place and printing the business cards and so on.
Yeah, of course. You're going to be shaking a lot of hands during that time, right?
Exactly. Trying to get my. I'm sometimes an introvert when it comes to a lot of people I don't know. So kind of getting outside my comfort zone at times.
Of course.
Talking to different people, getting to know. I also like music is an industry, and I think there's a lot of things I have to learn. So read about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And also writing new songs that I can showcase there that nobody has heard.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Fire.
Well, I was gonna say no pressure because this is only like 2 weeks from now, but but still a lot of time, which is pretty exciting. And I was gonna say, I think one of the great points that you made there with music is, some artists sort of, focus on music, which is really important. It should always be about the art. But the reality is exactly what you just said. It's called the music business. Like you gotta handle that other part of it too, right? So the creation is important, but exactly what you're talking about, the business cards, knowing that you're gonna be, it's a platform to showcase your art. I mean, I think a lot of people don't sort of realize that grind. How's that sort of journey of learning been for you? Have you always known that you have to like put the pieces together to handle the business side of your art, or is it something that is sort of just naturally developed over the last, couple of years or more? How's that journey been?
Definitely over the last couple of years, I think I've been doing music since I was 11. So at the beginning, it was a little hobby. It was like talent shows. I was just that rapper girl as they would call it.
Yeah.
Now over the last few years, I wanted to make sure that not only like it was valued not just financially, but valued in terms of like how much music means to me. It means a lot. So I've learned that beyond the creation of it is how to handle those discussions, those conversations with people, whether it's press releases, whether it's radio, whether it's sort of getting your music heard by people that like sort of creating space at the table. Just as a woman of color, but even not just an artist that's not in. Still a minority in my field.
Yeah.
So the time, I don't want to be just the one girl on your bill, at a show. Okay, let's have that conversation to be like, I'm not going to be tokenized at your show.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that it's well represented, but also it's meaningful and that there's a value added to it. And that business talk that I think I've really learned is like, it's probably only like year one of if music was a university.
Yeah.
I'm like year one.
You know what? For somebody who's been working on a craft for so long, and I mean, obviously, there's people like us who've heard your music many times. Like we know you bring it, so it's not really about a female rapper or anything. Like you spit, like you're dope. So I don't think you have to worry about that part of your music as well. But I think you make some valid points there. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, no, it's work in progress. I'm learning. A lot of it, I think, is still on the surface.
So wait, who showed you this? Is this just something that you just sort of picked up? Is the crews or the bands you're running with? Like, I mean, obviously there's a growth that comes as an artist where you learn more, but I always find like when I have conversations with artists in Vancouver, especially new artists compared to yourself, how does somebody learn that side of that, handling the business and the creation at the same time? How do you pick that up? What advice would you have?
With people, whether it's with radio hosts, with DJs, with fellow artists, being like, okay, how do we support each other? Like, we sort of, in Vancouver, it's kind of you waited for people to give opportunities to you, and then after you're like, you know what, I'm gonna create my own. When you're about to create your own, or when you're using your own show or whatsoever, you have to understand how to talk to the operations manager. Be like, hey, like, how can we get this venue down? Like, I can't afford that. Like, otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to pay my musicians.
Yeah.
We do in that conversation, and I think when I had to handle those conversations, I reached out to friends. And after I had to also learn the hard way, pay a lot of money, and then be the broke artist.
Trial by error, right?
Balance.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, it's quite the journey. Hey, look, all we know is that sitting from where we at, you're making the right moves, and we're really excited to see what you're going to be doing. Not only in 2018, but the years to come as well. But yeah, man, it's dope. Congratulations. That's all I got to say for what you've been doing the last couple of years.
Thank you so much. It's all you. I think a year ago I was celebrating 14th anniversary.
I remember that, which was dope, by the way.
Yeah, we were reminiscing on that, right?
Reminiscing
right?
on it.
Yep.
Then I came to this it was as dope. It's been a journey, and I'm glad to have y'all on my side. So.
Okay, so before I pass it on to Denise, I got one more question for you. You know, I always get excited because I think one of the dopest things, I mean, if people do not know of Missy D, I mean, being bilingual, you have, and not only can you spit in English, but you can spit in French, which I think is just dope. So what I want to figure out is in the last sort of, I mean, it's been a minute since I've seen you. So in the last like 8 to 12 months, who are you vibing with in sort of the French MC era right now? I'll tell you now, for me, the people who are actually getting me excited are all the people from, you know, the Francophone countries in Africa who are dropping crazy bars on all these Afro beats out there. That's what I'm excited about. But I want to know, who are you listening to now?
My main man right now is, I don't know if you guys know him. His name is, I guess it's French, in English it would be MHD.
Okay.
Like, it stands for Mohammed, but he's like Afro trap.
Okay, Afro Trap, MHD. I'm already writing this down.
Yeah, I would type it into the Google right now.
Our listeners are going to give us a second. I'm trying to get some music on air right now. MHD, okay.
MHD, and then check out, like the song is called La Puissance, which means the power. It's like he's just dope. I don't even know how to explain it, but
that is dope. Where's he from? Do you know where he's from?
He's from France. He's from France, but what he did is because he's born and raised in France, I believe, but his parents are immigrants.
Okay.
I don't want to get it wrong. I want to say Mali.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Okay. So I'm going to check him out. You're going to put me on some other fire. Who else are you excited about?
Like French, just French artists?
No, it could be anybody, honestly. Like, who are you vibing to these days?
Like, you know, I go from that. I go from Afro trap to, like, right now I listen to a lot of UK music. The moment, so a lot of grime.
Okay.
So I was listening to, of course, Dormzy.
I like
this time I was listening to this soulful singer called Georgia Smith. She's actually on the Black Panther album, but I listened to her actual stuff.
I do know who you're talking about. She's dope. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely dope.
I'm in love with her sound. And then right now today, we're like my jam of the day was Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah, hey, I've been talking about that for a while.
Can I just say, look, it took me a while to get around to Nipsey. I'll be honest. Yeah. I don't know why, but I've always acknowledged the fact that the guy can spit. And so I've been waiting for Victory Lap for like a long time. How did you feel about the Victory Lap?
Victory Lap is amazing. Like I'm all about rap and soul, right?
Right,
so,
right.
Like people would not expect me to listen to Nipsey Hussle because they're like, oh, you like
it's
that.
Way too hard, yeah.
But he's like, I call it like it's like vulnerable gangster rap.
He is smart guy too.
Yeah, it's vulnerable. It's like real stuff, but also kind of like reflective, which is everything that I love about hip hop for myself. But also just like the beats are amazing, and then his featurings are like on point. So I think I'm still discovering a lot of the tracks, but that was like the new jam of the day, and I was like, oh, whoa.
Nice. Hey, look, there is another one. I have to be careful and choose my words wisely. I think one of my favorite tracks on that is called Rap N-Word. He says some really funny things in that, and I think he really shows how versatile he is as an artist. He's like quick with the wordplay. He can flow nice too. But yeah, Victory Lap is actually a good. If you like rap, Nipsey Hussle's new record is good.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to like actually the rap, not hip hop, like rap. Like
yeah.
But I think it has musicality as melody, so it has all the components of hip hop as well. And like I don't know, I think I've learned to analyze music maybe differently now, like and hear different things and even the most simple rhymes, or even the most like sort of hardcore, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know, there's vulnerability in it. Like when I say that, people will be like, "What do you mean? Like art? What are you talking about?" I'm like, nah. It's actually very reflective. Like
yeah, that's really dope. Hey, look, I'll give you one. Denise has heard me say this a lot of times. You gotta play that Rhapsody album if you haven't played the latest.
Rhapsody's gonna mean South by Southwest. Like that's my hands down my favorite album of the year. You were telling me what I listen to right now.
Yeah, look.
Right?
Rhapsody. I mean, for
Right
me,
now.
she's moved me. That's church right there. It's really. It's been. I mean, they're records that people make and sort of leave a lasting impression. So you talk about Hove's Black Album, Stillmatic, and for me, that record, Layla's Wisdom, probably sits up there in terms of, good hip hop.
Hands down, yeah. Hands down, like I put her like next to like my Queen Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Missy Elliott, like Rhapsody, like I've always heard of her in the past, but like I didn't know that many like her tracks that well. I just knew like she was like a sick lyricist, like amazing rapper. But this album was just like it was a gift. Like it was.
No, it is. I honestly, I probably listen to that a few times every week. The entire record. It's that good. You know what's interesting? She's actually, for you music heads out there, Shara Rhapsody. She's from the Carolinas. I want to say she's from North Carolina. So she actually, one of the greatest producers in hip hop from North Carolina is Ninth Wonder. So she's on Ninth Wonder's label called Jamla. And Jamla, of course, is an imprint of Rock Nation. Now, if you don't know anything about Ninth is probably one of the most meticulous producers out there. Like, he's produced for everybody. I mean, everybody. Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, just name it. If anybody who's dope out there, Ninth has probably worked on their stuff. And really, they actually made over 84 tracks for that one album.
Wow.
84 albums, all 84 songs. Over a space of 2 years to produce that.
Whoa.
Anyways, that's enough. Me and Missy D are going too far with
he was excited
this Rhapsody
with that.
thing. If you do see her at Southwest by Southwest, please give her my number.
I've been watching interviews, like, I mean, apart from like, right now the Wakanda is forever. So I've been like guilty of like watching a lot of Black Panther interviews and so on. And then I came across like an interview with Ninth Wonder, and just like hearing him speak about this music. I'm like, I'm always inspired. Like, I think that's what I love about collaboration with Kim, with JB, and Lady Jams. It's this idea that we're sort of exchanging this conversation around music and what we love and what we can do, and like adding skills and passion into it. Like, I'm like, I love listening to others. Like, I love listening to like Rhapsody or Nipsey, whoever it is, being like, hey, what are they talking about,
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, it's why we do this, right? Just level the art, That's pretty dope. You know what? We're going to try and get into some of your music before we talk your ear off.
Well, I do have to say some things.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some very important stuff. Missy D's got Let's Hear It for the Juno Host Committee showcase coming up, the hip-hop in color at Red Room, right? Yes, and I got to make sure... I know you have to do this question, so I was gonna get it officially recorded for you. Now, what makes this your Junos?
What makes this my Juno is that I'm not only sort of passing the torch to the people that I know around me, but showcasing a lot of talent in Vancouver that deserves to be seen, that deserves to be heard. Women of color, people of color, that sometimes don't get recognized for all their worth, and that to me is my Junos. Putting people not only like on a showcase, but also sharing that moment, celebrating us, spaces, letting people hear us.
For real.
I like it. I'm feeling it.
Definitely. Oh my gosh! And so I've got XX ready to go. We kept you on the line longer than we expected, but we're excited, and oh my gosh, there's so much going on in Vancouver. You'll be flying back and forth, and then coming back and doing shows too when you get back.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a busy month. Wow.
Hey, look, we're wishing you all the best.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month. And there's one thing I'm gonna say though, girl, you gotta show us some love. You gotta come through the studio. It's been a while. We need to see you.
Yes, I would love that. I know it's been my second phone call. I'm like, I like seeing y'all faces. So I'm like,
at the very least, we'll see you on the next show. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for all the support. Like, you guys keep me grounded, keep me up, and like, I appreciate that, really.
Hey, much love. So we got XX by Missy D coming up.
Yeah, Black History Month every day. Every day.
Yes, it is. And we want to keep it long and strong. Here we go. Urban Renewal Project.
Yo, David T. Yo, Kim Ordo. Yo, Missy D. I rep that XX. I rep that XX. I rep that XX. Ride it on my chest. I put my XX. Hard on my chest. I deserve nothing less than the harder respect. Yeah, I rep that XX. They say my words rep the XX. Chromosomes of the unknown, so expect some notes that will reach higher. High temperature, cause I breathe fire. How'd you wanna pause? Recipes of syllables harder than jalapenos. My claws are pleasant, but I don't like to impose. Sharper than your six inch or them still a
We're gonna come back
toes.
after the break. After the song plays,
I got it right. I got it right. I push it up and elevate my sisters. I take a step to roll up a woman and fire. It's clean down me.
Hey, thanks.
I rep the XX. Ride it on my chest, I put my XX. Hard on my chest, I deserve nothing less than the harder respect. I rep the X, I rep the XX. Ride it on my chest, I put my XX. Hard on my chest, I deserve nothing less than the harder respect. I rep the X. What's the method to our madness? How we exit out your boxes? How can you accept how we don't trip on your XY access? Hit us one against each other like a cat fight or a contest. Trace a line to a brother, try to validate our success. Some dude who needs some pure X. When I see my girls, it's BFF. Texting XOX and we flex on them mic to fit the mess. History so phallic, our poetry come out of lips. Women gender benders, transforming the context. Building my own universe, heart hang on a hook and a verse. Move out with my mega tricks, step to us, get hers. Cast spells on misogynist existence, is magic, is all in the music. Immortal is he said. I rep the XX. Write it on my chest, I put my XX. Hard on my chest, I deserve nothing less than that hard and respect. Yeah. I rep the XX. Write it on my chest, I put my XX. Hard on my chest, I deserve nothing less than that hard and respect. What up, Missy? The name is Missy D, don't know that that's somebody. Bring me back up properly, focus my flow and poetry. The way I twist the words, I make it work. Let up any passes in my verse, feel the verse. I take and breathe pauses, my flow on losses. When you use your flow, though you know it's cautious. Like putting these bars on my thoughts. I'm scars running deep like Harry Potter. Check my mic, yeah, let the magic shine. How black I drop class, speaking gibberish, alright? Now let's be sense tonight. I rap with all nations, all ages, all races. Humanity, what complicated us? Society's never down with the minority. Trying to make it clear, call it yo sobriety. If you hear this, your majority. Think about it, value, not the currency.
I'm saying they need this washing.
Human in your memory, don't change your priority. Let's get it, let's get it. A little bit better. Living on your best, so I
I
can't
like that. It's weird. I know. Actually, it's weird. So because I street perform and I'm carrying some stuff sometimes, some things come through. So I just feel good and then stretch.
Yeah.
That's why I don't say anything. I don't know.
This is one of
Never
the
know.
vibes.
Yeah.
Invite you to join us every Sunday on our show here on 100.5 FM CFRO, Vancouver Cooperative Radio. We focus on Africa and the African diaspora and all aspects thereof, from the political, the social, the economic, and the entertainment aspect of it. We have a grab bag full of music that we play every Sunday. I hope you enjoy both the message and the music. You can hear us every Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. That's on 100.5 FM CFRO.
Your body must have gone to some crazy shop. No pizza. What?
Pizza lunges every day.
Yes, 100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO. You're listening to the Urban Renewal Project.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Red Shirt Mike in the build. This is Bangs. And we also have Samson and Sam Chimes with us. But before we start talking to the man Sam Chimes, shout out to Missy D. That was some serious fire there.
Yeah.
With XX. Kyle, I love it. I love it.
Yo,
I love
that
it.
has an amazing music video for those of you who don't know. So go check that out on YouTube, that video.
Nice.
I was in it.
Yes, you were. I don't shout out videos very often on this show.
Oh, right. Yeah, music videos. There's so many of them.
But this was a particularly well done one. So
can I just say, I have actually heard this track before, obviously, but I've never seen the video. And I'm sorry, Missy D, I will go home and watch it. But generally, anybody who knows me knows I don't watch videos. But unless it's on the gram.
Oh, right.
But this one, I'm gonna watch.
Trust me on this one. Trust me on this one.
All right, definitely. I'm gonna watch that one. But I love that song, man.
You know how rarely I recommend videos.
That's very true. That's very true. All right, so we have Sam Chimes. Welcome back, man.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like family all of a sudden.
A new year.
What up, brother Bangs?
Hey, man, we gotta get you a bed or something.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
he's permanent fixture.
Sleeping bag upstairs.
Man, send me some Vancouver rent.
Yeah, man. Why not? Why not? It gets cold up here, though. I don't know if you want to pass out.
Man, I got my scarf and everything up here.
Okay. Yeah.
As long as you got your scarf, everything's all good, right?
I was gonna say before Samson, our guest, rudely interrupted. I was about to talk to you. Oh, nothing but love, brother. Nothing but love. But I was gonna talk to you about your night. Can you tell us about your night? What was going on? What were you doing tonight?
Yeah, man. Okay, so first of all, I was supposed to actually hit up Vancouver City Center to go street perform.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. I've been part of the TransLink busking program. When was the last time that I was over here? Was it last year?
Yeah, late December.
Man,
yeah.
time flies.
2017, man.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Like my life
man.
has changed in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm part of the TransLink busking program. So I'm always like out every day, pretty much doing music and film full time right now. It's awesome.
I'm curious. How does this program work? Are you allowed to move anywhere, or are you designated spots that you can actually perform at?
I'm allowed to move anywhere, but there are designated times and places.
So there's a schedule. Do you know who's going to be there, or just say, hey, you can show up on this spot and like perform?
Yeah. There's a schedule. You can see. You don't see the name of the person, but you see the number.
Okay. So you know it's been taken. The spot has been taken.
That's right. That's right. But if no one's there, then I mean, by all means, right? You can just go hit it up. Early mornings are great because I don't know. Maybe some people just don't like to wake up. So early bird gets the worm. So I'm out there trying to eat worms.
I love it. So I'm just curious because I think this would be valuable information for some of our listeners and artists out there. What has it been like being a part of this program? Now, look, I have actually some of my favorite artists in the city. I've been part of this program, and I've seen people like one of my favorite R&B artists in the city, Dave Morin, out there. Doing some work. Huge fan of that man, actually.
Yeah.
But for you, how's the program been? Would you recommend other artists to actually, take it on? Like, what do you think?
Oh man, if you're a musician, I would say, man, give it a shot. It's awesome. Like within the first week, just get out every single day. You're nervous the first day, so nervous the second, third, fifth, seventh day. It's getting a little bit better, but as it's getting better, it's because your skills getting better. The more you're out, it's easy. The more time you put into anything, the better you get.
Of course, and
so,
of course, I guess getting used to a different type of crowd.
100%.
Perform, right?
100%.
And all that noise and distraction going on.
Yeah.
But for you,
on spot.
Being a local man here, what is your favorite place to actually perform if you're out and about? Not club. We're talking about as part of this program.
Yeah, you mean, okay, yeah. So I find myself, I'm always over at Vancouver City Center just because, first of all, it's very convenient.
Huge hub, right? Everybody's funneling through. Okay.
Yeah, well, from where I come from, I just moved down over close, like around Richmond, so I just hop on the train and I'm right there, right? So that's my first choice. Then next choice is across the street. I hit up Granville Station. And yeah, I find those are the big moneymaker areas because, of course, everyone's coming in downtown and leaving from those avenues.
Of course. And it's on a day like that, how long are you performing? Do you choose how long you stay for?
Yeah. So it depends. On average, I would probably be out maybe an hour and a half, or if I'm feeling all right, I'll be there for like 3 hours.
Enough for a set, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's dope. You know what? I didn't know very much about the program, so thanks for shedding some light on that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a process too, right? You have to put in an application. You have to do a lot of work.
That's right. You got to go for an audition, all these things. And actually, I got to explain the audition. I love the way they do it. It's beautiful. I'm a stickler for time. And I love that they do it like this.
Do they have judges with chairs turning?
They actually do. Well, not turn around, but
okay.
They got those like blue high school chairs.
Okay.
Old guys in high school chairs.
That works.
But you get 5 minutes. All right. You gotta get in, set up, perform, take down, leave within 5 minutes.
Oh.
And you gotta be there on time. Actually, I showed up like 5 minutes before my set time, and someone was already there. The guy in front of me was already there. I'm like, oh, this is serious.
Wow.
So I set up real quick. You know, I cheated a little bit, but I set up real quick, got in there, sang my cover, and I was only able to do like one hook and one verse, and then they hit the button, and I just stopped
Was
right
this
quick.
Apollo or something? Well, serious,
Something like that. Yeah. It was
wow.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so here's my concern. The people sitting on this panel musical, we're very critical of people who are out there judging other people's music out there. You know, it's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about who's judging, or just show up?
Honestly, I'm sure there was some information about that. I did not read the fine print. I just went in, killed it, and left.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the way you do
I
it.
love that. I love that.
I don't want to be nervous about who's watching me and listening, man. I just get to do my thing. That's it.
Okay, so but you know, here's the thing. I don't know if people just give you a quick rundown. I mean, you're a very super talented guy. You dabble in music, dabble in film. I don't think there's anything. I think on the weekend you might be like saving babies somewhere, but I mean, this man is doing it all. So, given the fact that you're an artist, a music producer, I mean, now those lines are kind of blending these days. One, it's become more accessible, easier to do, but you DJ as well. You do shows. I remember you doing a show actually after you were here for New Year's as well. I think was that the one with RMs and who else was on that bill? Physic was on that?
Physic was in there.
Was RMs on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
and,
you performing some OGs right there. You know, I mean,
that was an honor, man.
Hey, look, man, I used to tell you there used to be a. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I was gonna name a bar that used to be on Broadway somewhere, but that would date me.
I'd go there. Yeah.
I know we probably saw each other there.
How old are you guys?
Right?
Don't worry about. But okay, look, I'm gonna put
41 next month.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'll just say there used to be a bar called Barcode.
Yeah.
Now I know majority of our listeners who come to this show probably don't even know this place exists. It used to be close to the Toys R Us on Broadway. Is the Toys R Us still there?
Yeah. And
So
now there's a sushi spot
Oh my God! Anyway, Physic used to play there, and I'll tell you two things happened. Like, look, Vancouver was very different about 15, 20 years ago. Anybody who came to this town, there's only a number of DJs who actually used to play like decent rap music, and Physic was one of them. So for me, that man has he's done many things. I mean, him and Usher influence in my life is probably the same. But I remember having meeting like Samuel L. Jackson at a show that Physic was putting on. Like, look, this man was bringing out celebrities from all over the place.
Wow.
And even like following him on IG, you'd see me every now and again when he wants to flex. You throw in a photo with one of these famous folks. So yeah, that was dope, man. To be able to see one of the new artists and younger artists in Vancouver doing out there and mixing it up with the OGs. That was awesome to see, man. That was really, really dope.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that was definitely fun. And I mean, I before even playing, man, I just made sure to contact some of the other guys who I thought were some OGs, and just ask them, okay, well, hey, how do I do my set, whatnot. And one thing that everyone keeps saying, man, just keep humble, do your thing. And even Physic, before I even knew I was gonna do this thing, I had one chat with him way back when. He's like, I think he was number one DJ for 7 years in Van or something like that.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, man. Look, me and Physic, I followed that man around. It sounds creepy, but that man has done some awesome things for sure.
Yeah, just stay humble and just do your craft.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. So, what is the next chapter for you now here? What are you focusing on? Are you trying to produce just for you? Are you looking at your production side from producing other artists? Because I know you've been collaborating with other local artists too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how you asking me about my next chapter because it's like every week is a new chapter, I'm always trying new things because I want to find out one thing that'll stick,
Okay.
So here's what I got going on. I'll just explain the process, all right? So I'm in the TransLink busking program. I'm always looking at how to connect everything together. My music, the events, DJing, all these things. I want to pull it all together. So once I wake up in the morning, I don't have to think about what I'm about to do. I just live life.
Yeah.
So I'm out busking. So what I'm doing, and actually one of the beats that I sent you guys, which I think we're going to play later on, it's part of this process. So I get out, I busk. I got an RC30. I'm able to save my loops. So when I get home in the evening, I would export that on my computer and pretty much remix my own samples.
Oh wow, okay.
Right. So instead of not stealing, but instead of taking another sample and doing that, why not create mine?
Of course.
Okay. So now I'm moving that forward. Now I'm doing my samples. Get some other friends on that thing, right? It's all about building. We've heard about the pyramid having your fans coming and holding you up.
Yeah.
You know, I wanna set up a system where I can, yes, build my fans, take my friends' fans, but also share fans with my friends. And you know, there's skills that I got that other friends don't have, other musicians don't have. So I want to connect. And actually, if you guys are hearing this over the radio, check out Artists Killing a Living on Facebook. Artists Killing a Living.
Okay.
And I just started this about a week or two ago, and I got like probably 50, almost 60 members on that. And it's all about pulling everyone together and accentuating whatever they're good at. Right? We got videographers, we got photographers, me, I DJ, sing, all these things.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, coming back to my system, procedure. So I would create my loop, create a beat out of that. Then I want to DJ, create a mix, and then have like freestylers and singers get on that thing. And then I want to stream that.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to showcase and put the spotlights on other artists as well. It's great to do things myself, but hey, getting up to the top by yourself is boring. Like, why you want to do that?
So
yeah,
create the content.
That's right.
Push it on every platform possible, basically, to kind of broaden. And you know what? Look, I think the system works. What you are describing now, I think it sounds very new and innovative because people are sort of, very siloed now. People want to, and we talk about this frequently on the show, how, some people sort of, just get stuck with either performing alone or performing with one other person that they know.
Yeah.
But if you think about, all the great music houses, right? You think Motown. Motown had this, it was about a culture. It's about how you created with other artists. Some of the great solo artists that you know about that came from Motown all worked and wrote songs together.
That's right.
If you look at, Bad Boy, Rockefeller, with Rock Nation, any sort of influential group, Terror Squad, I mean now TDE, like any influential group, that's what it was all about. Bringing like-minded people together to pull in one direction. It's the way it works, man.
That's
so
right.
good to see you young brothers doing it in the city, man.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah.
Definitely. And then I wanted to ask now, what are your thoughts on this Black History Month coming to a close right now, real quick?
Black History Month. In the Netherlands, I actually I had to go online and because I'll be honest with you, in the past, I haven't really focused so much on Black History Month. But I'm in the radio station today,
right?
So we got to talk about it. Anyway, I just kind of went on Wikipedia and just checked out, okay, Black History Month, what's going on? What are people saying about these things? And I kind of like how the Netherlands say it. They say it's Black Achievement Month.
Nice.
I like to identify with that. I also want to say something. I was born in Nigeria, so my history is a little bit different than what a lot of people see as Black History Month. You see? So, I appreciate Black History Month, but its relation to me, I guess it's like people's view. I feel like I'm about to verge off onto something else, but anyway.
Okay, I was listening.
Yeah, okay, so like Black History Month, it's not my history. My history, I come from Africa.
Right.
Right? But when people look at me, they see whatever Black History Month means to them.
Right, okay.
Right? But anyway, Black Achievement Month is a beautiful thing. I definitely appreciate and honor all the black people in history who've paved the way for me. So that definitely affects me. Being able to come to Canada for one and many times, well, 100% of the time really, be treated as an equal. I definitely honor and appreciate that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, amazing. Good.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to add my 2 cents to that, which is I see what you mean about the. I think we have a similar upbringing because I come from the motherland too, and so I was born and raised. But I think I like the idea of it. The idea of it. I mean, I think it's messed up that you need to have an idea to celebrate this, but this is where we're at.
Right.
So, but I think the concept is. I think it's no more appropriate time. Is sort of that sort of Wakanda forever type situation, which is just taking a moment because I think if you look at the continent of Africa too, especially a continent that's been through, colonization. The history that you learned in school wasn't always African history, to be honest.
That's right.
So I think that's just the sort of, reminder that you need to now look back, dig back, whether you're from the United States, whether you're from the Caribbean, whether you're from Nigeria, look back as who have been some of the people who have moved, an entire group or race of people to be where they're at. So I think that's what it's about. Everybody can celebrate. I mean, I'd say it's a good thing to do.
That's right.
But you know what? I'm gonna cut you off because I want to actually listen to this track that you brought on.
All right.
I don't mean to sound rude, but
Hey, it's all G, man. I like to
music,
listen to my track too.
Okay, there we go. So I figured you might be okay with it.
So
we're gonna get into some music and then we're gonna come back.
Yes, real quick because the show's about to end too.
All right,
That's
let's get into
Swag
it.
My Style. This is the new
The
updated.
new, yes,
version.
updated one.
All right,
Yes.
here we go. 100.5 FM, Vancouver Co-op Radio, CFRO. You're listening to the Urban Renewal Project. That's Chimes. Yeah.
You have been told you can't do it, you can't be it. Well, I wrote this song for that situation. Check that out. It started with a tear, then it became a rain. I'm talking about the storm that symbolized my pain. Now open up your ear, let me infiltrate your brain. Things happen to this warrior, I never be the same. I never be the same. I never be the same, y'all. You said you couldn't hit notes, division is your name. But look at what I wrote, I'm just trying to win the game. Night after night, with the tears fill my eyes. Every cup of my tears symbolizing a fight sometimes. I just wanna fly away, let it all out and I wake up today. I stay in that dream that they planned for me. But the dream world just won't fit for me. You can't swag my style. 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 Yeah. It started way back there in grade 8 when my English teacher taught poetry. But then and there I thought this could be it. I put it in a metaphor, I called it my country. Though I met him and I tried to get me killed. Tried to break the country that I tried to build. I didn't let them stop me cause I'm rapping still. Chimes gotta keep rhyming and I can't keep still. Can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Yeah. They try to burn me out, but I'm too hot for that. They try to cool me off, but I'm too cool for that. Belittling my swag, but I'm too swap for that. You can't fools now, see? You can't swag my style. 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 Hey yo, check it. And yet some things just remain the same. 2 boys, 2 girls, all trying to be the same. Cookie got homies, can't see people like us. We're trying to fight for peace, but they're trying to fight wars. And I ain't trying to change math, so try to math change. You know, I'm always ready when it's time to engage. It's my time, it's your time, make a mark on this age. Hope your words remain when it's time to leave the stage. You can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Hey, can't swag my style. Hey, can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Can't swag my style. Cause I gotta be me, and not somebody else. Cause I've been rocking my style since I was only 12. I gotta get off this so I can rest my head. Can't wear another person, I'm being walking dead. I know you're eating this like Japanese, chilling like it's Philippines. Playing like Alicia's Keys, makes you wanna move your feet. So get up on your feet fast like a seat's hot. We make you wanna make it stand cause it's hip hop. Hip hop. Sam Chimes, paradise. We out here, baby, on this day. Can't swag my style. Sam Chimes.
Besides Co-op Radio 100.5 FM. Listen and read.
That was icy, bro. That was sweet, man. That's straight home, man.
topics such
I'm
as
curious if they'll be
humanitarian
if to play the
social
one where I
justice,
sampled my loop from Buskin.
on homelessness.
Yeah, because I
Yes, we got to get right into this 100.5 FM Vancouver Co-op Radio.
We got it.
Ooh, well, almost. Sam Chimes, we got to get your social media and also Samson, please.
Yeah, so mine, samchimes.com. Social media, Insta is one chimes, ONECHIMES.
Nice. And Samson, my man.
Samson. So if you go on Reverb Nation, it'll be Samson, SAM, with the $ ON. And then on Instagram, it is Samson K95.
Nice.
Did it.
Yeah.
Another show under our belt.
But you know what? I just want to say thanks for you guys coming through. Really, really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun actually chopping it up with you guys. I can't remember. Sam, did you send us another track? Was that the...
Oh yeah, there was one more, Think and Prosper.
Okay.
That's the one where I actually created a track out of the loop I made Buskin.
I see. Who did the vocals on your record right there?
So that was me and Paradise. Paradise was in here last time.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I made that track. Everything you heard was all created by Sam Chimes.
Nice. Hey, look, if you need some work done on some beats, holla at Sam, man.
Yeah, samchimes.com.
There we go.
We out.
Peace, Vancouver.
Peace.
Mobile con este 20. Dejemos teléfono.